All right. If this message resonates with you, then you definitely need to hear it, okay? You are way further along than you realize. Way further along. I know you're always like thinking you're behind, doing all this stuff, trying to make sure you don't fall any further behind. Give yourself some credit, okay? You are way further along than you realize. You're further along than you realize. Okay. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Billy's phone, just an alarm. Hi, if this is your first time seeing me, my name is Sheba, and welcome to my channel. This is called See Like Sheba. If you are coming back to the channel, hey, good to see you again. Oh my gosh, welcome to all my newest subscribers. We have like 15 more than we did like yesterday. So I'm so honored. I'm so glad you guys resonated, and I hope you're supposed to get the message sooner rather than later, because this was a good one, as are all of mine. But yeah, anyway, okay, so back to it. You're way further along than you realize. This came to me yesterday, and a couple of days. I was just noticing, I was watching a couple of people on YouTube who I just started subscribing to, and one of them had posted a thing that was like, they went from 2,000 to 13,000 in a month. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. And I know I'm one of those new subscribers, but it like made me sad. I was like, oh gosh, how come it isn't me? What am I not doing, And another one of the channels I subscribed, they had just gotten to 150,000 subscribers. I was like, whoa, that is so amazing. Oh my gosh. And it, one of the things I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get 1,111 subscribers by the end of 2025. And it's tempting to want to give in to the idea that I haven't done enough, or I'm not far enough along, or I don't have enough measures of success. But then I gotta be real. I actually have so much success in all these other ways, in these like tangible ways. So all of the readers, like I'm, of the people that I kind of follow and that I resonate with, I'm a homeowner. I have an amazing husband with an amazing relationship. I'm beautiful. I have an amazing body. I have a lot of energy. I, am doing my creative project. I've, already had a lot of success in my old job as a lawyer, and I've done the very brave, thing to take the leap from that job to, my divine purpose, my soul's purpose, my dharmic work, and that's something that, a lot of the people who maybe have more subscribers than I do, they don't have any of the other stuff that I do, which is all the stuff that actually matters, like and I was thinking like, if I had the number of subscribers that like I want and that I will eventually, have, much sooner than I think, if I had only that, I would be sad if I didn't also have, the house, the husband, the body, the self-concept, the success. Having those followers would be like, a paltry kind of consolation prize, And so like, if you're like me, you got to get serious. Like if you have all of these measures and markers of success, objective success, wealth, love, self-concept, success, esteem, you're right with the Lord, you're generous in spirit and in, all the other ways. If you have that, like, all the other stuff is cake. So actually, like, I got 151 subscribers. Oh my gosh. If you guys were with me, like, literally 2 months ago, I was, like, surprised to have, like, 81. I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. Let's try to get to 100. And now I have 151. And I know I'm going to keep getting, like, I got, like, 15 new subscribers in a day. So I know it's going to keep happening like that. The number is going to be, bigger and bigger. And in part, it's because like, I'm not chasing that. I would like it, but if in this life all I get is this beautiful home, this amazing husband, this awesome self-concept, I would be quite happy with that. And so it's easy to like not, get too hyper fixated on what I don't have, which is this very specific made up metric of like subscribers on YouTube, viewers on any particular video, things that I know are all going to come. So I had to give myself credit. Like, girl, you are way further along than you realize. A lot of the people who you wish you had more success in terms of viewers or subscribers on YouTube, yeah, like they don't have all of the like very tangible success that I have. So what am I stressing about? Let me see the success that I have. Let me like start to sit with and see and really like receive like, oh my gosh, yeah, I have done so much. I'm so proud of myself. And I hope you're sitting with that too. I hope you're not getting fixated on one made up metric that shows that you don't have it, that you're not as awesome as you think you are, that you don't have the success you want. Like, and if you are hyperfixating on that one metric, why are you trying to tell yourself that story? Why are you trying to tell yourself the story that you're not successful? Is it a familiar one? That might be why you're telling it. It's one you heard your parents tell, your grandparents tell, your community tell, and you think like that's the story you're supposed to tell. You never have it. You're never that girl. You're never that dude. You always have something missing that's preventing you from being whole, successful, fully like content where you are. So yeah, I was like, girl, like I try to afford myself these human moments of being like, oh, gosh, is it ever going to happen? Maybe I'm not really as powerful as I think. Maybe it's not going to happen. Maybe blah, blah, blah. I just allow that. And I'm like, oh, look at me being so human. When I know I'm a god, I'm divine. So like, of course I can do anything I want. Of course I'm going to get everything I dream of. And so like everything is for me. So this gap between, my inevitable fame and success and all these different metrics, this gap is for me also. So this gap is for me to get used to being seen, being not seen, receiving recognition. Yeah. And it's also, yeah, for me to take stock of like all the ways in which I am actually very successful and be grateful for that. And, bask in that, because that's one of the languages of the universe too, gratitude. The universe loves to see that you already notice the magic. The universe loves to see that you already notice how your wishes have been fulfilled. And when you do that, when you notice how you already have it, the universe is like, ooh, yes, more. Here's more of my special prodigal daughter. Here's more. Ooh, yes. Okay. So, another thing this had made me think of was I went to, if you know about human design, I'm a projector, and I had taken this, it was like a 3-month container called Projector Potency, where we just learned about it. Cause projectors are the guides of the future. So we kind of got to figure out, our emotional landscape and energy and all this stuff before everybody else. So I was in this group of projectors, and now we're in this kind of after group where we still talk and meet up every 2 weeks to just like check in and stuff. It's so interesting that like, even amongst this group of guides, they're not that they're struggling per se, but like some of them are still, they're trying to work up the courage to leave their 9-to-5 jobs, or they're trying to work up the courage and set up the stuff so that they can finally start their podcast in a couple of weeks. And I'm sitting here like, oh my God, I quit my job months ago. I started this podcast years ago, where some people are planning to start their first episode, to film their first episode. And one of the girls, she was saying like she has 6 episodes planned out. Ooh, she has 6 episodes planned out. And she's like worried. She's like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about after that. But also she hasn't even filmed the first one. And here I am. This is actually my 160th episode. Thank you. Very good. Yes. The 160th episode of my podcast. This is the See Like Sheba, and before I called it this, I called it Sheba Sundays. And so I have 160 episodes of that. I also have, I had done this crowd work and one called Black Bunny Hole, which I'm probably going to get back into when I want to. And I also do all this stuff on Hot Mic. All this to say, I'm in this group where, even amongst the guides, the people who are supposed to get it first, I'm still first. I'm still getting it. Oh my gosh. I'm farther along than they are. Oh my goodness. So while they're still planning to do their first podcast episode and all the stress and stuff that goes into that, I'm on 160. And here I am being like, I'm trying to get to 1,000, subscribers. Like, I already have 151. What? Oh my gosh. And that took me, 3 years. I guess like 1 year really of like posting. But all that to be said, like, what? Oh my gosh, I'm so much farther along than I give myself credit for. So much farther than I realize. And it's only like when I, started comparing myself to others that I could really see, actually. They say that like comparison is the thief of joy. Certainly that can be so, but some of us are real exceptional. And so for us, comparison is actually really helpful. Like, it helps me to see how other people are living. Because then I realize like, oh shit, I've got it. I have literally nothing to stress about. I watched some of these shows from White Lotus to, like 90 Day Fiance. And I was like, damn, other people have very stressful lives. Other people like have a lot of obstacles and things they still need to work through and navigate through before they're going to be able to like have an easy life, before life is going to feel easy for them. And I've already done that. I actually, I'm in my sexy young retiree era. And so I'm like, I've been buying caftans. I've been buying robes. I've just been like, it's been great. Me and Billy went to the dentist today, and I was telling my dental hygienist, she asked if I was still at my job. I was like, nope, I retired. And she was like, wow, that's amazing. Like, she hopes to do it one day. She's a couple years older than me. And I was like, oh, you can, I swear. We have more foundation. We have more safety. We have more ability to take the leap than the Matrix wants us to think. Oh, I know it's scary and hard to believe, but I swear you do. I swear you're more prepared than you realize. You have everything you need already within you, point blank. But yeah, you really are just so much further along than you realize. And this time, the gap between, you receiving in this 3D reality, whatever your next manifestation is, this time is for you to rest on your laurels. Go reflect on those laurels. Look back and see how far you've come. Look at where you started last year and where you're at now. What were the things that you did differently that contributed to you being a totally different person now? All right. Let's see. All right. Bunch of confused children on this one. Sorry, Tony. Wow, he's really confused. Yeah. For some of you guys, like this channel might not be for you, but also like I go on live because I haven't figured out how to do videos the other way. So I'm doing this for like expediency and ease for me, because it's easy to just like, turn on the thing and I don't have to do edits or any of that stuff. I say that because I'm not necessarily doing this because I'm trying to communicate real time with a bunch of dudes. So I think sometimes the men folk get a little confused and they're like in the comments like, what are you talking about? Why are you talking about what did you... If you don't get it, shut up. Well, You know, granted, I'm new. I don't know how people like act on YouTube and things, but like just because it's alive, don't feel like you have to contribute real time. You don't. But anyway, do give yourself some credit because you are further along than you realize. And once you like really give yourself some time to meditate on how far you've come, you're going to be really excited about it. Ah, I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. If you made it this far, give me, I was going to say, is there like a finish line or something? I don't know. Give me a purple heart. I don't know why that came to me. But just give it to me if you made it this far. And yeah, if you want to join the tribe, give me a like, a comment, definitely a subscribe because yeah, I'm just really starting to cook. I'm really starting to let myself just be a channel and let what wants to come through. And the people are receiving it. I love that. I love that for me. All right, my darlings. So I'm going to get up out of here. I want to go chit chat with my friend for a little bit. And before that, I want to get high. I want to hydrate. And so I'm going to go do that. All right. Give me a like, a comment, a subscribe. And before we go, bring your forehead up against the screen, okay? I love you so much. And this is all made up, okay? So you're further along than you realize. All the metrics that say you are not where you want to be, you are not at this measure, those are made up. You're wealthy in all the ways that it matters. And all the ways that you're not, you think you're not, that's made up. Doesn't matter. Don't even worry about it. It's not real. So, anyway, I love you guys so much. I will talk to you soon. And yeah. Yeah. Oh, also further along. Okay. Not just for myself, further along, than you realize. I'm so proud of the Palestinians. They're just so steadfast, so brave, so strong, so gracious, so dignified. And I love it. You know, it's been 2 years and they still have the tunnels. The resistance is still intact. They still have their arms and the occupation has to leave. And they will. And it's going to be really bad for the occupation. But that's okay. It's going to be really good for everyone else. So we're further along than the Matrix wants us to think. Okay? We're much further along than the Matrix. The imperialists, the powers that were want us to believe. So, home stretch, baby. Home stretch. All right. I love you. I'll talk to you later, okay? Salam and yalla bye.